Hey! So in our last video, whoa, almost ran into that tree. In our last video, we talked about some interesting stuff. But in this one right here, we're going to find out what the graybeards think about the two things. It's going to be can politics predict nuclear war? And the signs to look for of an incoming economic collapse. But before we do that, do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button right there. And yeah, you're going to support the channel, and you're going to be telling YouTube that, hey, I'd really like to see this guy's stuff. So maybe they'll let you do that when they decide to let you do that. All right, let's get into it.
All right, Spags, here's one for you. What clues should someone look for in the world of politics in order to stay ahead of the threat of a nuclear war?
None. You will get no clues in the world of politics. They will argue about it up until the point the flash happens. If you're not looking for your sources somewhere other than politics, you aren't doing it right. There are plenty of legitimate sources out there where you can get semi-decent intelligence information. And some of them are on YouTube. Some of them are on Rumble. Some are on Reddit. Some are on Twitter. You just have to know where to look. The information is there. But I don't know that anyone's going to see anything coming out of Congress or out of City Hall that's going to tip you off that a nuke's about to go off.
Agreed.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I think Pepper Prepper said it right. Their mouths are moving.
Yeah.
You know, so you can bet everything you got on the fact that whatever they're telling you is a lie. That's what I do.
It's a scary prospect, isn't it? All right. Next one. This one's for Eric. No, I'm not going to do that one. That's a tag card. Here we go. What signs would you look for in order to help predict an incoming economic collapse?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Well, yeah, that's something I'm probably not the best person to answer because I don't really follow the daily financials. So I'm probably not going to have a heads up as far as something economically coming. But it's just like going back to what Spags had said, there are sources out there. And that's kind of how I get tipped off to a lot of things. I do keep my ear open. I don't necessarily follow the news extremely closely, but when things are, talked about or stated, because there are a number of people that are very clued in onto the daily happenings. And when I hear those daily happenings and it's something that perks my ear up, then I'll go investigate. As far as any signs, we're already seeing the signs for an economic collapse. We're looking at, trillions and trillions of dollars in debt with no end in sight. And in fact, there seems to be more of a lust for pushing the debt ceiling further and further and further. And we're already seeing the signs. So I think that that's just incumbent upon anybody who's seeing that to take it upon themselves to do what they need to do to get their house in order. Beyond
Tag, you're a
that,
financial guy.
Have an answer.
You're a financial guy, Tag. Do you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, I don't think you have to be one. I mean, I think, to Eric's point a little bit, just open your eyes. I mean, it's not complicated. Go in a grocery store, go buy groceries. How's your electric bill? Right? What's rent like today? I mean, I think you can just, how many people are panhandling on the corner? Right? Do you have homeless tent cities being built? Are they expanding or contracting? I mean, I think there's so many things out there that tells you the state of the union that you don't even really have to know the financial world, although there's plenty of news. I mean, we were talking earlier, Janet Yellen said today that the dollar's status as the reserve currency is going to continue to decline. Our own government officials are saying that, which means they're just finally admitting it, to Local Prepper's point earlier tonight. But I don't think you got to be a financial guy. Just open your eyes. That's it.
When you have to think twice about buying that bottle of whiskey, some shit's going wrong.
Yeah, there's no indicator. It's like there are several guys on YouTube that are just unbelievably smart. I mean, unless you're that guy that they made the movie about, who, his brain saw everything, but you have to remember too that took, and I'm probably going to say this all wrong, but that took him a year before it finally came to fruition of him actually betting against the market and being laughed at for a year, so and then I'm a firm believer that when you look at the markets, because I'm not a market person, but I mean I can follow a line on a graph, and if if you look at any of the crashes that have ever happened, okay, there was always this precipice, this line where finally it dropped, and then there was a certain percentage of loss. Okay, we're not seeing that now. What they figured out is that they can nickel and dime the market to death, and so that crash that should have happened in 2000 whatever, that crash that should have happened in 19 whatever, it didn't happen. It just was this slow, painful graph that's going down to where the market finally levels out. And then even then you're not, did it happen? Did it not happen? Are we rebounding? It's, but what they say today that the market was it the NASDAQ took 200 points, after they made the announcement of no more interest rates lowering. And it's like, okay, great. Well, tomorrow morning, they're going to be like, well, 200 points, that's nothing. Tomorrow morning, oh, it's the end of the world. But you watch, they'll be buying like crazy and acting just like nothing happened, because nothing really did happen. If a crash really does happen, it's going to have something to do with something else that happened in the world that affected it scared the crap out of the people who have all their money in the market and got it out. That's it, and a crash is not going to be caused by something governments did or a currency. Crash is going to be caused by, one of the bigs. If Microsoft decides one day that they want move all their money from one thing to another, that's going to cause a crash. Google, Amazon, all the bigs, all the big blue guys, that is what's going to cause a crash. And there's no way for you to know. There was some tale about today, and I'll stop in a second because you got me rolling here. But there was some talk today about Walmart insiders secretly trading their selling off their stock, even as the Walmart is like projecting to build this and go into that and invest in this. And now you've got insiders talking about selling off Walmart stock. So who knows?
Well, they're really good at giving you the fake stories in the news too. Oh God, Walmart closed 4 stores today. The end is near. Or, such and such loses 2% of their stock. And it's like, this has actually been happening for years. But every time it does, they throw a flash news up there on the internet ticker to get everybody excited. And they all rush over to social media, start pounding away. Buy your gold bullion, buy your beans. And it's like, weren't you already?
Yeah, you should have all your stuff already, Junior.
Yep. Okay, next question.
So hope that video helped answer a few of your questions about the ways of the world and will we all die? Maybe not, but I'm sure it was entertaining. If you like what you saw, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button so YouTube knows. And if we talked about any kind of things that are product related down there, I'll leave a couple links for you. Until the next time, stay safe, have a great day, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye-bye. Until the next episode.